in this miserable little town.
The boys took their slingshots out and went hunting. They said they'd bring us back a bonus too.
Yeah. I'd like to know what the hell Rock did with the money I gave him last week for the water pump. You know, if it wasn't for him, we wouldn't be stuck in this.
Is that sorry flea bit an excuse for a magnet-infested polecat here?
What's going on?
What have you done now, Rock?
Oh, get out of here.
Why do you always just assume I did something?
Yeah, we were at the stop and go. I bought my stuff, was waiting outside for the others. Rock was hassling the clerk, who then calls the sheriff, so he takes off with the stuff he didn't pay for.
Look, I was just teasing the guy. He's got a funny accent.
The clerk then points to Vincent, Carl, and Hunter, tells the sheriff they were with Rock, so she takes them on for what he did. You inconsiderate chunk of moldy horse manure.
Careful, sweet thing. Don't get your panties in a twist.
You can't sing, act, dance, or wipe your own butt. You know, hoped you could at least handle the damn bus, but you can't even do that without causing a shitload of trouble every place we go.
Why don't you fire my sorry ass then, JD?
Just because your mom's married to the demented vice president of
You better not rely on those drunken nuptials, baby.
Only one thing makes it run like that.
Howdy! In the name of the law.
Can we help you?
You better hope you can, Mr. Broadway. My name is Fetch.
As in Rover Go?
As in I'm the sheriff of Toll County. Smart aspiration. Here's my card. Don't touch! Just look. Only one I got. I hear tell you folks are genuine dance demons straight out of New York City.
Stage performance, yes.
Well, it seems at least one member of your unruly cluster is a perp. That means you done a dirty deed. He was in one of our finest and most respected business establishments.
The Stop and Go?
Making fun of the proprietor. Now, I grant you, Joe Bob Rashid has a funny way of talking. I laugh at him myself sometimes, but I'm just being locally jovial. Not making fun of the poor wretched foreigner. So I'm charging your associate with insulting and degrading the commerce of Toad County. In addition, wherewithal notwithstanding, the worthless malefactor made off with $8.76 worth of food, drink, and tic tacs for which he did not pay.
Wow.
Thus, I'm here to arrest his sorry Yankee ass. So where's he at? Well, you going to take a boat in it or what? Or maybe you need a little incentive now. Because let's see. Seems I got some nervous Nellies over at the jailhouse. Vincent and Hunter and
Carl.
Carl, all locked up tighter than a starving little piglet on a lazy-sized tent.
And what exactly are they charged with?
Littering, languishing, and just generally pissing me off. Now, I seen that corrupt critter running this direction, so I'll just take me a look around. Skid marks down the hallway. Open kitchen door. Outside fence stops and fast, only runs one on the road. How's that for some real peachy detective work?
Oh, you remind me of Columbo.
Oh, now you're gonna make me blush.
Sure reminds me of Elmer Fudd.
Oh, he'll be back. His kind never stray far from the pack. Now, which one of y'all is JD? Them convicts said he's the big honcho around here.
I acknowledge that dubious distinction and tenuous honor to be mine.
Ooh, well, that's elegant speech of thine. I thought I ought to tell you that Sophie's not going to be getting delivery of that there water pump till that crook gives herself up. And your 3 stage monkeys won't be let out of jail till then neither. And you won't be getting access to any more of the strange and sparkly doodads you got in that there bus. So you might just want to put a little bit of effort into trying to find that high-stepping love child of Satan. Oh, there is one other thing. Matter of a fine. $6,247. Cashier's check will do fine.
You have got to be out of your mind.
Not according to the latest document issued by the county health department.
Bet that cost you a pretty penny.
$6,247, that's robbery.
No, that's low bid for fixing the sewage line down by the old cemetery.
Is there some sort of human being kind of critter thing anywhere around here that we could talk to?
None of y'all are making any brownie poets with me just yet. You might just want to check the alignment of your noses with my ass and see if you can't lick that problem. Elmer Fudd, huh? Cute.
We're screwed.
We're due back in New York in 2 days?
You know what? Damn that Rock.
And I'm still hungry.
There's a decent hamburger joint behind the barber shop.
How do you know that?
I'll go get us something if you go to the jail.
Yeah, go in jail, check on the guys. Mama knows what to do.
Joe, you stay here and keep an eye on things, will you?
Ooh, better answer that quick, Prince Charming. That sounds like the damsel in distress.
Hey, Chrissy, it's, yeah, we're gonna be stuck here for a while. No, you know, I can't talk about that right now. Yes, you know that I do. It's just, it's a big step, and you too. Bye.
You want to talk about it, Joe? I eavesdropped. You knew I would.
Oh, nothing to talk about.
All right, marriage, kids. The rest of your life, nothing to talk about.
Okay, I think we should wait. I mean, I want to get married someday, but getting engaged? Why do we have to make that kind of promise now?
Joe, when people are in love, they make promises.
Yeah, I understand.
Well, are you in love with her or not?
Well, sure I am.
Joe, when people are in love, they have a way of showing it.
Oh, like the way you talk about JD?
What do you mean I do not?
Oh, come on, Marvin, everybody sees it.
Except JD.
Then why don't you just tell him how you feel?
He's my boss, Joe, and don't change the subject. The point is, you show nothing but annoyance and frustration every time you talk about Chrissy. You should be lighting up, or at least glowing a little bit.
So are you saying she's not the one for me?
I'm saying that if she's the one for you, that you wouldn't be able to stand to be away from her.
Oh yeah, if I work it right, I can be just as miserable as you are.
Funny thing about misery, you never know which path is going to lead you to it. And I'm not miserable. I'm just a lady in waiting.
And waiting. And
Yeah,
waiting.
shut up. Here, that's Raymond. Really nice guy. We met in college. He was a history major, planned to teach, loved kids. He was the youngest of 6 brothers and the only one to go to college. Learned all about him having coffee with him before our poli-sci class we were in together. And he learned about me. Then one day he invited me to a movie that night. A couple of nights later, it was dinner, and it was theater, concerts, lectures. I really liked him. Then one night, we were walking back to the dorms, and he told me that he thought he had fallen in love with me. I couldn't think of a thing to say. Then he tried to kiss me, and well, I slapped him so hard I thought I heard his skull crack. Yeah. I let him know I wasn't that kind of guy. We never spoke again.
Yet you still hold on to this picture, which has some very nice words written on the back to you.
Yeah, which I didn't understand at the time.
So, what's your point?
Okay, Joe, if you don't know who you are, you're running strictly off-road. Lost in the wilderness, you're never going to end up where you want to be.
No, that was you, Marvin. Not me. Don't you worry about me.
Jesus Christ.
I'm as fine as can be. I am happy and gay. I don't mean in that way. Don't you worry about me. Look at my smile, my casual style. I'm cool as can be. Don't worry about me.
Oh yeah, sugar?
Not me.
Well, you're definitely smarter than me. Now come on, Einstein, let's go.
Did I interrupt your crossword puzzle?
Oh, sword fighting. I was practicing sword fighting. Who are you? What do you want?
Name's Ronnie Scats. The sheriff said...
Are you armed?
I'm a virtual killing machine. Can't you tell? Turn yourself in. You're too nervous to be a good fugitive.
You know about that?
Everybody in town knows about that. Gossip is the highest form of entertainment here. The sheriff asked me to come over.
Are you a deputy?
No, I'm kind of sort of Sheriff Fetch's nephew, but not really. It's a long story.
Well, I have all the time in the world. For a cute guy like you.
Well, I was born pretty much anonymously here in Toad Lake. Adopted someone informally by any number of people through the years, and I'll skip all that. Eventually, I came under the assumed guardianship of the sheriff, for whom I still run errands. Oh, And she asked me to give you this if I happen to see you, and which I do, so